Oh, my sweet Jesus, I love you. I want to live my life for you.
Today, I want to discuss with you issues about shepherding. And I am challenging and waking up every shepherd right now at whatever level you're operating on. So we share these things now. The text is taken from John chapter 10, verse 9. John chapter 10, verse 9. I am the door. By me, if any man enters in, he shall be saved. He shall go in and out and find pasture. I'm going to discuss just the first part of this. I am the door. By me, if any man enters in, he shall be saved. Child of God, I want us to talk about security issues. I am talking about human doorways, human doors. Now, the first part of it, human security door. Now, Jesus himself says, I am the door. I am the security door. If any man enters in through me, he will be saved. He will not be destroyed. He will not know destruction. Of course, at the spiritual level, he talks about your eternal salvation. Now, listen. The authority to be a shepherd, the power to be a shepherd, and to be a door of security has actually been transferred by Jesus to some human beings. It's been transferred to some of us. The Bible tells us in the writings of Paul, in Acts of the Apostles, Paul says in Acts chapter 20, verse 29, he says, take heed unto yourselves and to all the flock which the Holy Spirit has put in your charge, to feed the church of God which he has purchased with his blood. I know that after my departure, grievous wolves will come in and not sparing the flock. I know that grievous wolves will come in, not sparing the flock. Now, Jesus says, I am the door. If any man enters in, he will be saved. And then he delegates authority to some people and says, I want you to be shepherds also. And by being shepherds also, they themselves are going to become security doors also. Now, think about this. Paul says, I know that as I am about to leave, as I'm leaving you, fierce wolves will come in, not sparing the flock. When Paul himself was in charge, when Paul himself was the shepherd, he made sure he was such a security door that fierce wolves could not come in. I'm just wondering how Paul was able to secure the flock, how Paul was able to take care of the people under him that fierce wolves could not come in. And all of a sudden, when he's about to depart and some other person is taking over, he begins to be afraid that whoever is going to take over, that fierce wolves will come in. Listen to me, child of God. I speak to heads of schools. I speak to family leaders. I speak to church leaders. The people under you are the flock under you. The Holy Spirit has placed the people under you. In your office, the people that are under you have been placed under you by the Holy Spirit. Your children in your family, and even the ones that are not your children but are under your care, they are the flock under you, placed by the Holy Spirit. And I'm asking, can you be a good security door? Can you give the assurance that the people under you will be saved? Can I, as Father Mike Akpan, as Father Wime, give the assurance that my parishioners under me, the people living with me, that the people who seek my spiritual attention, who seek my spiritual care, that they are saved? Can I guarantee that no soul will be lost? What effort am I making to make sure that evil does not come upon any of them, that the flock under my charge, that they are well taken care of? I'm dealing with security issues. It so happens that there are human beings who are very tactful, spiritually very alert, that they make sure that the people under them, that nothing happens to them. Jesus said, of all that you've given me, none is lost. Can you challenge yourself that none will be lost under your care? That no soul under you will be lost? Madam, can you challenge yourself that in your husband's house, that the children are walking, that the children under you and other people's children that are under you, that none will be lost, that you'll take care of every sheep. Some human beings are very careless, that spiritually or physically, socially or otherwise, they open doors, they grant access for evil to come into the family. They grant access for destruction to come in from outside. But I challenge you right now to correct your ways. I challenge you to wake up to your security duty and take care of the flock that is under you. Now, these are spiritual matters. Think about parents that have children, that eventually your parents have left your homes and they are schooling somewhere, they're in universities abroad, wherever they are. They are still under your care spiritually. And the only way you can preserve them is by your prayers. Now, let me immediately talk about sheep that have been lost. Sheep, a particular sheep that may have fallen into a pit, a sheep that may have been captured by a wild animal. You know, David told Saul, when Saul brought David into his presence, and David was asking what will be done to the person who is able to deal with the Philistine, with Goliath. And David, in trying to give his personal citation, in trying to give his oral CV, David said, "My king, your servant took care of his father's flock. And it used to happen that whenever a bear would come and take a sheep, whenever a lion would come and take a sheep, I will pursue the lion and I will grab the lion by its beard and I will kill the lion and I'll snatch the sheep from the mouth of the lion." The same thing with the bear. If a bear comes and takes a sheep, I'll pursue the bear and I'll kill the bear and I'll take the sheep from the mouth of the bear. Security, the work of a security person, the work of a security man doesn't mean that evil will not come in, that attacks will not come in. Sometimes the wolf can come in, the lion can come in, the bear can come in. But the guarantee is that a solid shepherd will make sure that he goes after the wolf and he snatches the sheep from the mouth of the wolf. Let me tell you this. Is it possible, sir, that your daughter is in a relationship with a wild wolf, a wild lion? That in the name of marriage, you had carelessly given out your daughter to a wild animal in the person, in the appearance of a man called a husband. And over the years, your daughter has been devoured over time. He's been roaring at your daughter over time. And your daughter is losing her peace. She's losing her essence. Is it possible for this sheep to be rescued from the mouth of the lion? Can your daughter be rescued back? Think about a young man who got married to a female snake. I know what I'm saying. I'm talking about a young man who got married to some very wrong woman in the name of a wife. A woman who is in her spirit is a devourer. A woman who is in her spirit is a bear. A woman who in her spirit is a wild wolf. Or is a snake that is squeezing the man's life out. And the man has been going down over time. Is it possible for these young men to be rescued back from the mouth of the lion? I am challenging you. I'm challenging you, intercessor. I'm challenging you, parents. I'm challenging everyone. I challenge pastors of souls. For souls that have been captured, it is not over. In the same way that David went after the bear, went after the lion, and was able to kill the lion and the bear, and then he was able to snatch the sheep from the mouth of the lion and the bear. Child of God, I am ordering you right now. I am placing you on a 3-day program. For you that is listening to me now, I am placing you on a 3-day program. If you have had a sheep that has been lost, a sheep that is in the mouth of a wolf, a sheep that has been strangled by a python, but the sheep is still alive and has not died yet, that your daughter is in a marriage that is killing her, that your son is in a relationship that is destroying him, that you have a child somewhere that is being messed up spiritually and you are not aware. Child of God, I command you now to begin to pursue. I want you to go after the bear. I want you to go after the lion and rescue your sheep. And how are you going to do this? For the next 3 days, I want you to go into prayers. I want you to do these midnight prayers. 12 o'clock at midnight, I want you to get up and start praying. Begin to pray about your child. Begin to pray about your friend. Begin to pray about whoever is under your charge. Let souls be redeemed. Let lost souls be recovered. Let souls that have been taken by wild animals be